What's up guys, 391 and welcome to my review for The Promised Neverland, episode 9. Alright guys, let's just get straight into it. We pick up where we left off last week with Emma with a broken leg. As we know, Isabella is the one who broke her leg, as well with the confirmation that Norman is the next one to be shipped. So, the majority of this episode was them setting up a way for Norman to escape and get away so he doesn't get shipped out. Their plan basically consists of this. He's going to use the little device that Ray made to deactivate his tracking device, and he's just going to go off and hide in the woods. While in the woods, he's going to make the necessary preparations for everybody else to escape. That is their overall general plan. And then, at first, Norman is very much against this. The main reason, his reason is if he's gone, then they're either going to use Emma or Ray. Because, obviously, Emma and Ray are both of premium quality, the same as Norman. But then they come up with the idea, wait, no, that's not technically true. They can't use Emma because they will want them in perfect condition, and Emma with her broken leg is not technically in perfect condition. So that rules Emma out. So now they just need to take care of Ray. So they look, we can break his arm, we can get him super sick. That's going to take that off the table, right? And then they can rely on Don and Gilda to help finish training the younger kids. So that comes with their general plan. And they're like, alright, he finally ends up agreeing to it and goes, alright, let's do it. Let's go for it. We've got nothing else to lose. Push comes to shove, they enact the plan. The plan's going, it's on, it's up. We see Norman running, hurtling over the fence, getting to the wall, using the rope that Gilda had made again, because they did lose the original rope. Gilda remade rope from scratch, and basically we see Norman running up the wall and getting on top of the wall. What we see is we just see forest. More forest, and that is it. We then end up going back to where everyone else is, and the tension is there. That is something that's done really well. And something that also is done very well in this episode as well is the camera angles. The way when Norman is just walking down the hall, how we're kind of just following him down the hall. It is done very, very well. As well as the voice acting. The voice acting and the animations are all done very, very well. It's very tension, risk, and everything. And then having Norman, before all this plan gets enacted, having Isabella, just before they did the night before, saying to everyone, yes, guess what? Norman's had a foster family found for him. He will be leaving us tomorrow. I know it's short notice, but sometimes that happens, right? So that's like, obviously all of the young kids are very unhappy. We see Ray, Emma, Don, and Gilda somewhat frustrated and annoyed knowing that Isabella made her first big move and it detrimented them so much. This is also showing how formidable Isabella actually is. She's not a pushover. She's not someone that you can just take for lightly. Kind of like what along the lines of what Sister Crone. She didn't take it too lightly, but it didn't take her seriously enough. And that's pretty much where she ended up being sent off and shipped out. So it's just showing you that, yeah, Isabella is very, very formidable, and she's not someone to screw with. Anyway, Norman goes off, does his thing, and we're like, yes, the plan's in action, it's on, he's away, he's deactivated his chip, as far as we know. So, it gets to the point towards the end of the episode where we see Isabella's like, where's Norman? She pulls out her pocket watch, which is a tracking device, looks at it, and then smiles. All right, that's our sign that no, Norman did not deactivate his chip. And then we see him returning, much to Ray's displeasure and Emma's sheer shock. Eventually we find out why he returned. Ray's like, what the fuck are you doing here? Why did you come back? Ray is pissed and everything. And Norman's like, look, I have no intention of giving them my life, but you need to listen to me. The reason I came back is this. On the other side of that wall, it's a cliff. And then we get the picture of this giant cliff, like from the where the wall ends. It's a massive wall, and it's just bang, straight down, nothing else, sheer cliff, massive gap, then land, and on that land is a giant forest. Okay? That's why Norman came back. And then that's where our episode ends. It ends with the realization that, fuck, even if we get to the top of the wall, there's not much we can do. What can we do? How are we going to get from there to the other side? Like, what can we do? So Norman made the decision to return and inform them of that. So, what was the other thing that we found out? Today, we also found out that Ray basically there's a condition called infant amnesia, which basically means for majority of people, we don't remember what happened when we were babies. It's a very common thing that everybody has done, but in some very rare cases, people actually remember, have fragments of memories from when they're babies. That is how Ray knows. He doesn't know it exactly, he doesn't remember everything, but he remembers fragments with very high detail, as he put it. So he remembers being somewhere really dark in his warm food with lullabies and playing to him, then coming through a dark tunnel and ending up here. Right? So that's how he kind of figured everything out and came to figure out, wait a second, this is not just an orphanage, there's more going on here than what meets the eye, and how there is 5 different farms within Grace Field. So that's how he knew about everything, and that's how everything came to play for him. So, where our episode ends is with, obviously, the reveal of, after the war, giant cliff, and Norman returning. What's going to happen next week? For those of you who read the manga like myself, you know exactly what's coming out. For those of you who are anime only, you're in for some pretty big things. But anyway, guys, overall, the art, the animation was solid. It was beautiful. The voice acting was good. The tension moments, there was a lot of tension. There was good tension-filled moments. The music added to that. The voice acting added to that. You know, the despair that the characters felt after Isabella made her first big move. That was awesome. After that, you know, the despair, and then the fire, the determination. No, we're going to push through. We're going to keep going. We're going to make this succeed. That was awesome as well. And then finally, the utter despair at the end with Norman returning, the anger with Ray at Norman for returning, and all the emotion, it was very much felt. And I think the music very much added to that as well. As well as the art, the animation was all very, very solid. But anyway, guys, overall, with all that encompassing, I'm going to give this episode 4 out of 5. Very solid episode. Building up a lot of things still. Getting the revelation of one thing, but still having a few more things to come. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these things now progress. So, but anyway, guys, that is all for me. Let me know in that comment section below, what did you guys think of this episode? Did you like it? Didn't like it? All that kind of jazz. And as always, guys, I'm Freno1. You guys are awesome. And I'll catch you guys next week with another review. Peace.